Hello there, and welcome to my recording the big database coursework. I'm going to just share the screen quickly. There we go. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah, this is SQL Server Management, and this is the first query. Write a query to show details of clients, their property locations, and the total value of smart home designs installed, specifically for those clients who have made the most expensive and the least expensive total values. So basically, this is the first query that I wrote, and let me run you through it a little bit. Select all the key details such as ID, first name, last name, the building address, the property location, and this is the P stands for payment, the payment table. The amount is a sum. So basically, we just added up the amount that they spent and called it total spent. And then this is the client table. This is, by the way, a temporary table that we created just so we can have everything from different tables show up at once. Then we joined everything together so that we can all link together and group them together, and selected everything we just did from this temporary table. And we basically selected the one customer with the maximum total spend and also the one with the minimum total spend. So let me run it quickly. Yeah, as you can see, Robert has the most spent and Darth Vader has the least amount of money spent. So we know this query works. Comment it out, and we can move to the next query, query 2. So here we go. Write a query to calculate individual totals for the number of complete, incomplete, and cancelled Wi-Fi product orders for each of its suppliers. Basically, it will show you how many completed orders each supplier has, how many incomplete, and how many cancelled orders. So select the supply ID, first name, last name with a space in between. We call the supply name, basically, so it occupies one table instead of two. Then this is the main important thing. Basically, count how many times the order status is complete. And for each time there's the complete order status, it will add 1 to this table, complete orders. And it'll keep doing that for every complete one. So say there's 2 complete orders, so just add 1 and 1 to get 2. It would do the same for incomplete orders and cancelled orders. And then, yeah, it's all from the supplier table. Join Wi-Fi orders as well. And then just group them like this. Then we run it. I've already run it, but you can see this supplier has 3 complete orders, 1 incomplete and 1 cancelled. You can see each of them is a different amount. This one is 2 complete, 1 incomplete, and 2 cancelled. The main thing is just it adds 1 for every time the order status is complete. And I think that's everything. Now I can move on to query 3. Write a query to find the details of specialist staff that are available for booking onto installation jobs this week. Let me show you this query. Well, the first thing, we're just selecting all the details as it says, staff ID, name. We just did first name plus last name to pick full name, the expertise and the set to work date, all from the staff table. And then this is the important thing, set to work between get date, which is basically today. I'm recording this on the 28th of March, but it works with any date, whatever the date is. And then basically, I think it said a week, so we put add date 7, which will basically be in 7 days' time. So then today and 7 days. Let me try running it. Yeah, so you can see he's set to work on the 29th of March, which is 1 day from today. So we can see he's the only one set to work this week. We can change 7 if we want to, let's say 20. And we should get a few more people, yeah, working in April. But instead of weeks, so we'll leave it as 7. I think that's everything for query 3. And now we're ready to move on to query 4. Here we go. So query 4 says, implement using triggers and or stored procedures, automatic prevention of double bookings of specialist staff during the installation booking process. This is my trigger. I can't run it again because the trigger already exists. And it says here, yeah, can't create trigger because it already exists. But this is basically how it works. So instead of the insertion statement that you'd normally say insert the staff member into this state, it basically does the following instead. These are just the values that you would use if you were inserting. You'd insert the staff ID, installation ID, and there's the installation date. So it gets the values from this attempted insert and gets the installation date as well. Then this is the important bit. It checks if the staff member is already booked on the same date as when you're trying to insert into. If you are booked on the same date, then it would erase this error, basically say it's already booked on the same date, and it would not insert the values. However, if there is no conflict, then it would do this, which is basically the normal insertion statement. Let me do a bit of testing just to confirm it works for you. So this is, well, this isn't the insertion statement. This is just seeing when the people are working. So you can see 601 is working on 701 in this state. 603 is working on 701 in this state. You can have a look at that. And then here, this is the insertion statement, the normal one. Insert into staff installation. We're going to insert 604 and 701. As you can see, 604 is not connected to 701 at all, so this should work. Yes, there's one row affected. We can quickly check if it actually worked or not. By doing this select statement again, basically just selects everything. Here you go, 604, 701. So yeah, as you can see, it has correctly inserted it. Now we're going to try to incorrectly insert it. Let's see, 601 and 701 are already on the same date. So we're going to try inserting 601 and 701 again and see what happens. Hopefully it comes up with an error saying the staff member is already booked for installation on the state. Let's see if it actually added it again or not. Hopefully it didn't, because it's already on the same date. And yeah, we can't see any new additions to it, just the original one that was already there. So we know this query works. Now we can move on to query 5, which is write a stored procedure that can generate a complete costed device list and total cost for any installations in a specific time-related period, which is week, month, or quarter. The output must also include client and device details, and it should be able to accept the week, month, and quarter values. Now this is the procedure. I've already created the procedure, so if I run it again, it should just say procedures already created. Yeah, it's already an object named this in the database. Let me run through how it works. Basically, get some values. Declares the start date and end date because we basically, we want a week or a month or a quarter, so we need to know the start dates. Reference date is what we type in as the user. We'd type in, we want to know, say, the 7th of April. And that would be the end date. Then the start date, this bit here, the exact start date. If we type in a week, it would be 7 days before the end date. If we type in a month, it would be a month before the end date. If we type in a quarter, it would be 3 months before the end date. This is, so if we type up sort of a week, month, or quarter, we type up a year or something like that, it just lets us know there's an error. This is, so if there isn't, let's say we go in 2028 or something and there's no installations booked, it will just let us know there's no installations found in the specific date range. This selects all the values that we need, such as details, installation ID, building ID, full name, things like that. And then counts the amount. This is, yeah, basically just counting the amount of specialist equipment ID. Basically, yeah, just selecting all the values from client and joining all the tables together so we can use them. This is if there is an installation. If there's no installations, it wouldn't show. We only want when there is installations to be displaying. And then, yeah, that's about it, just grouping it together and ordering. Now we can test to see if it works or not. SG1 run execute here. Get custom device list to report. That's what it's called. You can type up week and this is the date. Let's see. So as you can see, we typed up the 17th, but we typed up a week. So a week before the 17th, there's only one installation, which is on the 15th. If we change this to quarter, then it will be 3 months before the 17th of April, which, I mean, I'm hoping shows more values. Yeah, it shows there's one in March, one in February, so it shows a few more values. And then there's a few like error cases, such as, let me show you here, no installations found. So let's go to 2029, see if there's any values. No installations found because, yeah, there's no installations around this time. And then we can also change this. Instead of quarter, we can change it to year, something like that. So this should give an error saying there's no time frame that exists. Yeah, it says invalid time frame, use week, month, or quarter. And I think that's the final query. So now I can show you my dashboard, which is here. Got 5 diagrams in total. Let's start with this one. It shows you the amount of money we've made each month. Color coordinated, so you can see January we only made 5,000, so it wasn't a good month. And then this one is purple. June we made the most amount of money, £16,000, which is 26% of our total profits of that month, or the every month. Then this is the next diagram. It's the supplier's order status, so we can see for each supplier how many orders they have completed, incomplete, and cancelled. Light blue, for example, is completed 3, incomplete 1, cancelled 1. You can use this to see which is the best suppliers. We can see dark blue 402. It's only got 2 completed and 3 incomplete, which is the most. And 403 has 2 cancelled, which is the most. 402 doesn't have any cancelled. So no, 402 and 403 are a little bit unreliable, whereas 405 and 404 both have a lot of completed, not many incomplete, not many cancelled. And then this is the installation status. We can see how many installations we're working on, which is 5. We can see 40% of them, or 2 of them, have been completed. 2 of them are in progress, and 1 of them is scheduled, so it hasn't started yet. And then from this table, we can see which customer spends the most amount of money. We can see Ironman spent £8,000 and Olivia spent £4,500, so we know which customers are more likely to spend more money. And the final diagram is similar to the pie chart, shows us how much money we made in each month. There's a ribbon chart, so you can see June, we've made a lot more money, and in January, May, July, we sort of dipped. So this is useful to see when your sales are going up and when they're going down. And I think, yeah, this is the dashboard. I had a few more diagrams that I didn't put on here. And I think that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching.